What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Now, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your place at Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. In Cancer sidebar, I went to actually look up about Neptune yesterday. I mean, unless you happen to be like 110 years old or so, probably not Neptune. And Grandma's Neptune is definitely in Virgo. So, just thought I'd give you a little update of their Cancer. And for those of you, oh wait, no, I already did that. So, oh, and I also do tarot card spins based off our ruler here, the good old moon. That's what happens when I go off script, Cancer. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of courses, all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Mars Day. Mars was over Tuesday. Hope your energy levels are feeling high, feeling ready to tackle the day there. And Cancer, the moon is in Pisces still. And with the moon being in Pisces, Cancer, this is a very dreamy placement for the moon. So this is one I feel like this is a great energy to pay attention when you do find yourself getting kind of lost in your daydreams there, Cancer, because there may be some messages in there coming from source. You know, maybe you get hit with a unique idea, or who knows what that may look like, or even just your regular dreams there, Cancer. Ooh, I like that. We'll get into that energy in a second, Cancer. But even if you find yourself being like an active dreamer there, Cancer, that's another energy to keep like a sleep journal by you, because there may be, especially if you have like any sort of like recurring dreams or reoccurring dreams or something along those lines, there may be some messages, higher self trying to connect with you there. And this is a very spiritual energy for the moon to be, very psychic energy, very just like high priestess, just cranked to the max there, Cancer. So use this energy to connect with source and to make sure that we trust our intuition, and you may even feel more empathetic and more compassionate there, Cancer. This is a very healing energy for or very healing placement for the moon to be in as well. But because of that empathy and compassion, Cancer, we do want to be mindful of boundaries and people coming through to may end up using your energy, be just something, because that Pisces, it can be susceptible to that, so that's something to be mindful of. But also to Cancer, you know, this can be the house of hidden enemies as well. And not to get you freaking out or anything, but just more so the hidden enemies that we create in ourselves. You know, the ones that do that self-deprecating stuff, or, you know, gets us into that state of doubt or fear, keep us from pursuing the things that we want to, Cancer. Getting in touch with those energies and finding out the source of why there are things that may be hindering us, since you are more susceptible to that subconscious and unconscious part of yourself there, Cancer. And then we are still in the first quarter phase there, Cancer, and things are starting to pick up speed. This is the aspect where the moon forms a square with the sun, and so that's where you're meeting your first challenge. And you know, we got to decide what actions we're going to take and how this is going to affect our growth. You know, making sure to be flexible and adjustable in this process, Cancer. And it's a great time for celebrating, because you're on your way. You've been doing this for however long. You know, Cancer, meditating's been one that I've been kind of more actively working on. Been feeling great. I've missed like one day, but that's fine. You don't allow that to just like knock you off like, oh crap, well that's it, I guess I'll start next lunar cycle. Nope, just pick it back up the next day. Cancer, new day, new cycle, new you. And this is a great energy too for charting your progress as well there, Cancer. So just kind of keeping eyes on just how you're growing and appreciate every moment and respecting where you are as well there, Cancer. And then last couple of things, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. Also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Cancer, so definitely check them out. Very intuitive group, very great energies that they bring. And I also started to include there's this astrologer that I really like as well that I think you may learn a lot from her, Cancer, so just something to check out there as well. But let's get into your general energy of the day, Cancer, which is the unconditional divine love. And I like this, Cancer, because I feel that one, this gives me very Ace of Cups type of energy, and I feel that it is treating every aspect of yourself with that divine love. Even since we were talking about the hidden enemies earlier, even those sides of us, that the ones that are afraid, the ones that may that we look at, we give the side eye to their, Cancer, and the ones that we the parts of ourselves that we judge very harshly, the ones that don't deliver, the ones that keep holding us back, or whatever that is. Learn to give parts of yourself love, to find, I feel like when we give ourselves and show ourselves like unconditional love to every aspect of who we are, then that helps make the actions that we need to take clear, because we're not looking at ourselves as an enemy or any part of us with disgust or anything less than love. We're looking at, okay, this part of us is got our attention. How can we nurture this back to its higher vibration? As opposed to that punishing energy, that sort of that brings you down there, Cancer. And I feel too that it's once you start getting in that practice of meeting yourself with that unconditional love, then we can meet others at that same pace. We can meet others where we have met how deeply we've met ourselves. And the Ace of Cups is a bottomless well of love there, Cancer. And keep in mind too, with this unconditional love, especially for others, it's not to excuse what they may, taking advantage of you or treating you any sort of way there, but it's understanding where they're at on this journey and putting up some boundaries until we figure out how we can move along with this thing. Maybe we need to remove ourselves from a situation, but we still send them love and light, because what we put out there, Cancer, we receive back. And Cancer, I don't know about you, but receiving love all the time, that sounds fantastic. And I feel too, even getting in that practice of that unconditional love there, it gets you into that place too, because ours is a sign that can stay rooted in the past and remembering how others how made us feel. And I feel like it can be hard sometimes for our sign in particular to kind of shake that stuff there, Cancer. So I feel if you can remember the love that you did get from that, because it's like, even when someone treats you some kind of way, it's like, you know what, I still love you, I just don't love your actions. And once those actions change, then that'll be the bound, because in that your actions are putting up a boundary between us, and I'm gonna respect that. But once you build that, take that wall down, start working on that stuff, then it's, I hope that makes sense, Cancer. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. I was kind of feeling the Two of Cups here. I should have mentioned something with that, Cancer, but let's see what's going on here. Oh, come on, Cancer. 2 days of Jupiter's just treating us well, Cancer. I'm with it. So you have the Ace of Swords, the Magician, the Four of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Two of Cups, and then Big Papa, the Wheel of Fortune here. Love that. And let's see, where are we starting? So, Cancer, let's start with this Five of Cups here. Because the Five of Cups can be a very intense emotional card. It can be this, it almost can be where we're overcome with emotion. And it's because I feel there's this disappointing energy or any sort of thing where, because there are going to be times in life where we may feel like where we let ourselves down or where others may let us down. And I feel that it is not beating ourselves up. Let's start with self first. I feel that when it comes to the Five of Cups and letting ourselves down, or maybe even being really harsh on ourselves, we want to be mindful of the dialogue. I feel like that we are telling ourselves that Cancer could, because if you start planting those ideas in your head that, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, then those thoughts become things. They keep you from really achieving your destiny, from manifesting. And it's like it's like we're walking. I think we got the Four of Wands before too, Cancer. I feel like it keeps it to where you're having to do a lot more than need be with this Four of Wands here. But just when we get in that self-deprecating energy, it's like we're limiting the places that we can go. Where but I even feel too with this Cancer, with like the Five of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune can be this energy of, it can be an energy of cycles, but I almost feel that it's a very spiritual energy as well that comes through when you think about, because the Wheel of Fortune can do with like destiny and fate. And I feel with this combination is that there are going to be disappointments along the way. And I feel that there's this, for some, almost like there's this forgiveness that is coming through there. That's when things may not have gone the way that we had initially manifested or had initially thought, because the Magician is Mercury energy. And I feel that if something has come to a close, or when something comes to a close, or Cancer, it's not that it's not meant to a time to stay in just like this disappointed energy. It's just what do we get from this situation? Why did it come to this term? What had outgrown it's stay there. Hmm. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. Well, you know what? Let me get a little bit more on this Four of Wands real quick, Cancer, before we. And look, I'm gonna get a little on this Five of Cups. So let's start with the Four of Wands here, Cancer. Alright, so that's for the Four of Wands. Let me get a little bit on this Five of Cups too here, Cancer. Interesting. All right, so the Four of Wands is clarified by the King of Coins here, Cancer, and I feel with this energy that that's interesting that you would get such a stable figure clarifying such a precarious card here with as far as like how the traditionally there than how the Four of Wands is typically put, but I almost feel that there's this energy. It's like this energy of needing to, because I feel like we're tiptoeing around something, whether this be, and it feels more internal. I feel like there's these part of us that we kind of dance around, or that haven't been met with this love here, Cancer. And I feel like in order to bring that energy to this stability, to this completion, And it's just interesting to how this Four of Wands is coming through. It's like there's this. It's like this energy of like this lizard needing to jump in the lava in a sense. Like there's some things that I feel like we've been resistant to treat with this love here, Cancer. And I'm not saying that we need to force this or anything like that, but I do feel like there is an energy of needing to get eyes on something. As far as like there's, because I feel like there's a part of us that we're not addressing here, and with this Eight of Coins clarifying the Five of Cups here, that is something that is going to require this work, and it's only, I feel like it's only going to take a lot longer if we don't deal with it, because I feel like it's before. It is interesting. It's like when we've been overcome, when I was saying how Five of Cups can be kind of overcome with emotion. It's like when a situation pops up when we haven't dealt with something, these trees of foundation were kind of, they weren't as sturdy because we hadn't met ourselves with that love yet. But then when we put in this work here, Cancer, the trees are more sturdy here. They're sequoias, so for when that next flood comes around, these aren't getting knocked over. They're not being overcome here. So I hope that that made sense. That was But I think I'm gonna move on from that, Cancer. Let's get a little bit more energy on this. Hmm. Alright, Cancer. And I like that. Mars showing up on Mars Day. Because you got the Tower here, Cancer. You have the Three of Wands, and then you have the Six of Cups here. And I feel with the Tower here, Cancer, just if we haven't been meeting ourselves with this love here, I feel this is a great energy for you to just to get into that practice, to be thinking about some new ways of maybe even dealing with some past um, past issues or situations that may have happened here, Cancer. And I'm even feeling this energy of, for some, needing to reflect on how things have changed you, how they've led to the actions that you've made, and just like kind of analyzing. It's like it's analyzing your journey, and are we, because I know we all have made mistakes along the way, Cancer, on this journey, but it just feels like with this Six of Cups here, it's like reflecting on, like, are we proud of the changes that we've made? Do we feel a little more secure in what we're doing, or do we feel that we're starting to make progress towards our goal, whatever that may look like, Cancer? And or have we been overextending things, or we've been really kind of stuck on maybe one sort of path, and this, we've been on this beaten road for a while, and it's like there's an energy. It's like with the Three of Wands, there's need to divert into something different if we've been maybe operating a certain type of way, and it's been keeping us stuck in some sort of cycle here, Cancer. And I do feel too that it is being careful with the Six of Cups to not let past things keep you down, Cancer, and really kind of sharing this. Let me get a little bit more of the Six of Cups, Cancer. Thank you. Alright, Cancer. Oh, there's my girl. So the Six of Cups, and I love this Empress. So the Six of Cups, Cancer is clarified by the Empress, and the Five of Swords here, Cancer. And I feel with this energy that there was that I feel that there was something in the something in the past, Cancer, that I feel like that really sort of just kind of whips something up, and it feels like that it took away, kind of messed up our plans in a sense, or maybe even took away from, or could have felt like it took away from our abundance, or something along those lines. And it feels there's this, it almost feels like that there's this, almost like this trauma, or like this, it's like the energies are like really clung to you in a way, and it just like when that situation pops up and we relive that energy, it can be, it's like we get into a spiral there, Cancer. And and it feels like that there's just maybe a need to find different ways to, I feel like, kind of give this energy back to kind of process this stuff, like maybe going out, and how the Empress is working out in the garden here, or even just getting outside, maybe even, Cancer, or hmm but the Six of Cups is this energy of sharing to, Cancer, and the Five of Swords, I feel like there's this energy of, like, kind of sharing this love as well there, and hmm almost like giving these past energies that respect that they needed to, or that acknowledgement of how it has changed you in a way. Even if we didn't care for how it went down, we still appreciate the universe for what it was trying to teach us. But I think I'm gonna move out of that one too there, Cancer. Just something to think about. But let's give some advice from Big Papa and Neptune. Love that. Alright, Cancer. Excuse me, last little bit here. So you have the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Coins here, Cancer. And let's switch back over, because there's that Ace of Cups we were talking about there. But I do feel for some that there is this energy of, it's again of just like feeling and appreciating all of the abundance that is around you, and knowing that this unconditional divine love, there's enough. I love that there's all these animals here that are kind of at this table, is that there's enough love of us to go around there, Cancer. And we may feel like we only have so much that we can give to a situation. And again, I don't, when it, I'm not saying that we're excusing people for doing things that may have hurt you, Cancer, or anything, or the choices that maybe they've made or maybe you've made. But it is understanding that, again, we're all spirits going through this human experience, trying to understand this journey, trying to build our foundation, build our, leaving behind this world a lot, in a higher vibration than when we entered it. And with the Lovers being a card of choices there, Cancer, I feel like choosing Ace of Cups always, choosing that love there, really does build a very loving environment, and really builds one of I don't know. It's just like it really builds this really kind of hmm, very comforting energy that I feel comes with that, and it gives you where, and it just I feel like it really keeps you in balance and keeps your relationship with, because I like how it has this bee here with this flower. It's like this. It keeps your relationship with source and with nature and things. It just keeps it that much more pure. But yeah, I hope this made sense, Cancer. This is an interesting energy kind of coming through here, but I like it. A lot of loving energy coming through here, and who knows, Cancer? This could be, because I mean, you got the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups here. My favorite divine counterparts, the Tower and the Empress, Mars and Venus. This could even be an energy of Cancer once you really started meeting that love with yourself, that you start attracting that love too, if that's something you're looking for, something that could be, for the long terms there, but it could be learning how to receive that love even there, Cancer, because the the feminine's that receiving type of energy, and it's just maybe for some we haven't, how it came up with the Five of Cups, maybe we've been disappointed with what we've been receiving from others, and that might be an indicator that we just need to adjust what we're feeding ourselves, and that how we're just I hope that makes sense, Cancer. But if you like that, or if anything resonated, give it a thumbs up and share this, Cancer, because I feel that unconditional love, especially for ourselves, can go a long way, and it can, because I feel like the biggest thing again to remember is what you put out there is what you get back there, Cancer. We're just putting love out there all the time. It helps raise that, but kind of keeps things balanced out. And it's not that we're not going to feel other things along the way, Cancer. Not that we're being fake or anything, but it's just operating from that place keeps you operating from a seeing challenges differently, just seeing everything a lot differently. But and then subscribe there, you magician. Hit that bell button, get notified on all these videos each week or each day. And then last little bit there, Cancer. For your readings, check your sun, moon, rising, Venus. But check your chart there, Cancer. I got a couple free apps down in the description box that you might like there. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos, monthly ones, yearly ones. I'm about to do a Sagittarius video here tomorrow. Yeah, I want to say tomorrow. So that'll be a fun time there, Cancer. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. You got the Queen of Swords here, and Cancer, I feel that the when you get to the court cards or the swords, especially they're known, just I feel like, just as the intellectuals, and they can come across as a bit of cold energy, but the Queen of Swords is one that she speaks from her heart. She's very interesting. I feel like she's more emotional than the King of Swords. Yeah, than the King of Swords, but she still has that logic, doesn't go away. But it's just like she's very thoughtful with how she addresses herself and others. And that's where I feel like there's this, because this is Libra energy, and there is that Libra does have this way of, and it's just more than just like this charming energy. It's very diplomatic, very fair, very balanced type of way of delivering and thinking. And I feel there is this need to, especially to yourself there, Cancer, getting into that routine of Eight of Coins, of speaking to yourself with more grace, with more love, with more kindness. And it's not that you aren't already kind to yourself there, Cancer, but You know, like even just like little things, like I'll hear people say like, "Oh, I'm so dumb," or "I'm so this," or "I'm so that." And it's just like, I mean, I get it, but and I know that might be a lot of Cancer, but it's just like you're really not though. You just had, I like to say, you know, oh, I was having a moment. You know, just being intentional with your being thoughtful with your words, because our words are powerful. What we put out there, Cancer, we manifest. The magician energy. It's Mercury's tricky like that. So just something to be aware of there, Cancer. But oh, all right, let's get your oracle card so I can get you out of here. Oh, Cancer, I like that. So you have the feel emotions card here. And this is a card of understand emotions, inner guidance, and validate self. And they're, again, Cancer, they're going to be, and especially for us, Cancer, feel those emotions. Come to understand them, because if we don't understand them, then we don't know how to help heal it. All it's going to do is just keep you in a cycle. When you get around to when that feeling comes up again, because it always does, it manifests in different ways, and you think you got it under control, and it's got you under control there, Cancer. And it's not about it being it's not about control, it's about working with. And there's a big difference with that, Cancer, that working with that inner guidance. And I feel like you come to understand those emotions, the root of where they're coming from, and validate that, allowing that to not shame it, you know, but treat it with love. This is a part of you. You may not like it, but hating it is what's that gonna do? Because then you're hating a part of yourself, and that's keeping you down. Come to love that part of you and learn to help that side of you thrive, as opposed to just leaving it unkept and just not felt, and then just blaming it all the time when things come up, and just not learning anything. So I like that, Cancer. I think I'm gonna leave that there. So you say, oh, I was going to do a thumbs up. I'm not just good luck out there, Cancer. You stay safe out there with this unconditional love. Feel these emotions, understand these things, Cancer. And keep eyes on the moon. You know, the moon deals with, one of the aspects that the moon covers is our emotions. And I do feel there is not just the light side that we show people, Cancer, is that dark side that the moon doesn't show. Are we treating that dark side with that same unconditional love? So some questions to ask ourselves, and I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.